Hello, my name is Muhammad Khairul. Today I'm gonna present about subject data communication and networking. So the topic is file sharing over a network. For the introduction, what is file sharing? File sharing is a public or private data sharing in a network with different privilege to access data or space. While file may also be transferred easily outside of a network, example by simply handling or sending a person our file on a diskette. Sharing file permits several persons who are able to read or view the file, write it or alter it, duplicate it or print it using a combination of read or view file and slash of file. Users all may have the same access privilege or different level. File sharing can also indicate that a customer file system has a given quantity of person file store. The sharing of file is remarkably beneficial to the hardware devices as it is a laptop component. The File Transfer Protocol, which is FTP, is a mechanism of file transfer which was popular with Internet introduction. FTP is used to read, file, share amongst a group of users with a password that allows access to data share on an FTP server site. Many FTP sites include the opportunity to access or copy files using a public password or to share them in the public file. There are two methods to share files on a network. Two computers, a computer and a server. When you share a file between a computer and a server, the computer uploads the file to the server storage space where it may be shared with other people. Individuals who wish to get the material from this server directly. If a file is shared across a network between two computers, the file is provided to a person directly. This is commonly dubbed peer-to-peer, which is P2P sharing of file and works directly with the device of the other person without having a server involved. Therefore, we will use the file sharing procedure in this task. What are the file sharing over network features? Which is first, file syncs and sharing services. The EFS software solution allows users to securely share and sync information, documents, photographs, and video across numerous devices to staff, partner, or customer. EFSS services allow organizations based on their security or compliance demands to utilize online storage or cloud storage. Many firms use EFS technology to prevent workers utilizing file sharing applications based on consumer that can be managed or controlled by IT. Occasionally, EFSS system provide workflow tools allowing users to edit, comments on, and track versions of documents. Authentications, data encryption, and containerization are part of security capabilities. Certain systems even allow IT to establish detailed access control in order to check who may access what. Next, the second feature is file sharing on a peer-to-peer basis. The distribution and sharing of digital material over peer-to-peer networking technology is peer-to-peer file sharing. The P2P file sharing allows users to utilize P2P software to search for linked P2P based PCs for the purpose of locating the necessary material to access media files such as books, music, films, and games. The technology for file share has grown from early nets like Napster, which made the technology popular, to subsequent models such as the protocol BitTorrent through numerous design phases. Next, we go to the advantages of file sharing over network. There are 5 advantages of file sharing over network. First is no space limit. Therefore, there is not a limited area for users who exchange files with other parts. However, if users are used with other software to share this document, the user has limited room to share a folder in a restricted region such as Google Drive. Second advantages, which is save expenses. File sharing is free since all users of the laptop and PC are permitted to utilize it. In other cases, therefore, if there is inadequate capacity in other applications, the user is required to pay for more space for sharing data. Third is save time. User may share the document instantaneously with the person who is interested in share it by right-clicking when they join the same network. However, if users are able to upload the folder, only that individual may be delivered if Google Drive is utilized. Numerous files must first be stored on a pedestal and only shared with others when a user wishes to share a folder with others via an output pen drive. The 4 is eliminates multiple file version. All the information is up to date and always the latest version of the file instead of many versions of the same file with different information. Prevent data loss. When it is stored on a server with nightly data backup, data is not lost during the crash of the machine. Now we go to the conclusion. Finally, study as well as non-proverb ghost is a sword and a shield which guard and guides you into a wise person. There is consequently no sign restriction for sharing papers and receiving files for this file sharing time. Yet this file sharing has still a lot to deal with it. It is certain to pursue the advantages overweigh the downside despite the sharing of file is possible for disadvantageous purpose. It will be unwise for a substantial section of the public who use this site for good purpose to begin an attachment by means of government laws or by way of legislation. That's all for me. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Khairul. Today, I'm gonna show you how to share a file over network. First step is connecting to Wi-Fi or network. First, the user and the receiver must be connected to the same Wi-Fi. And when the user and the receiver have connected to the same Wi-Fi, click on the properties. Then, change it into the private. Second step is altering the advanced sharing setting. First, the user needs to click on the control panel, and in the control panel, the user needs to click on the network and internet. In the network and internet, the user needs to click on the network and sharing setting. When the user has already clicked on the network and sharing setting, the user needs to click on the change advanced sharing setting. When in the advanced sharing setting, the user will be able to enable or disable network discovery and file and printer sharing. Third step is sharing the file that the user wants to share. Third step is sharing the file that the user wants to share. First, choose a file that the user wants to share to the receiver and click on the Give Access to and click on the specific people. The user will be given an option on which user they want to share the file with. For example, I choose this name Siti Zahara and the user will be able to alter the permission level of the receiver of the specific file. Then click on the next. This, when the file is going to share to the receiver, it will take a few minutes to share. Once the file is shared, the user will be notified and it will tell which file has been shared in the box. Then your file has been shared. That's all for me. Thank you.